Baker's doing well in his rehab. I think you guys know how hard he works. He's worked his tail off since the surgery. He's right on track. I talked to him right after the surgery. He was a little bit groggy. It's the first time he's ever had surgery in his entire career, but he's worked really hard, and we feel good about his progress. Yeah, we've interacted with Baker as is typical with any player during the offseason. We've interacted with him multiple times throughout since the end of the season, and that's not too different than several players on our roster. Aditi, I think number one, that's probably a better question for Baker. Just knowing Baker, I think he's pretty focused on the task at hand. I think one of the realities of professional sports is you have a number of guys across the league who may play with 1 year left on their deal. So it's not like that's an exception for any individual player, and I think that can impact different players differently. Quite frankly, But that being said, the guys in our building that have been in that situation have typically handled those circumstances well, because at the end of the day, you only have so little time. You really don't have a lot of time to think about that. Certainly in season, your focus really has to be on working and preparing so that ultimately you can perform on the field as well as possible. And when that happens, and you're a good citizen off the field, that stuff takes care of itself. Yeah, probably a little bit, Tony, to my response a few minutes ago, we really do look at it like it's an expansion team. And if we have opportunities, to match resources with talent, we do want to continue to add talent to the roster. And that applies to every position.